Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Monday night, 9 p.m. Women's Work International. My name is Angela Miller, and this is the lovely Rocio. Tonight on Women's Work, hello. Tonight, tonight on Women's Work, we've got a slightly different angle. Usually, we're talking to somebody, or there are many issues that are going to come up through the day. But we thought tonight that we're going to be discussing the changing levels of consciousness and how we interact with them as women. Now, we are going to be looking at that subject, the changes in consciousness, but we're also going to be looking at the subject of patriarchy. We're just going to take a snapshot of it and look at ways at how it could affect the life of every single woman on the planet without us even knowing. Oh, whoa! So Rocio is going to talk about the energies of the day from the Kinmaya. Hello, everyone there. Hello, Sam. Hello, Willow. Hello, all you lovely people. We're going to be looking at those energies and then looking how patriarchy affects every life of a woman.
Ooh, that would be very interesting.
Does it? Yeah, exactly. So without further delay, I'm going to pass over to you, lovely Rocio, and go for it, my dear.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Happy to be here, the here and now, in this beautiful energy of changes that we have to, let's say, fluid with all the change that we have in our lives and in consequences to with happen around us, right? In the world, with the people, with the energy, with everything that is even arriving from the universe, yeah, from all that message and that we feel in energy, in our bodies, in our emotions. My name is Rocio González Delgadillo, and I'm here to talk about the energy of the King Maya of today. Well, we are talking about these big changes, right? And in each one of the energies of the energy of the Maya stuff, the King Maya, the wave spell that you are living and we are living and we are interacting in every day in our lives. So just 2 days before, on Saturday, we began the new wave spell. This new wave spell is about the moon, okay? So everybody knows about the influence that the moon has over us, especially in the emotions, right? So we begin this wave spell, this 13 root day that they are take us with the purpose, let's say, with the purpose of purify everything that we feel, everything that we have in our lives, everything that through all the little days, remember there are 13 days around this route, this new road, yeah, that we are walking every day to purify exactly what are in our lives in each day. If we remember that each day is a lesson, is a new experience. And I was reading a very nice friend, Guillermo from Colombia, that just wrote a beautiful book about Mayas. He was doing this search for 20 years, so he knows a lot of things about this civilization, this knowledge about these beautiful people. And in one of the things that I was reading is very important because somebody asked me that, well, we are passing the way spell than the last year, or it's the same energies. And I was reading, yeah, that the energy that we are living is like a spiral. Yeah, looks like we already pass in the same energy. For example, the dog, yeah, that is in conditional love, we pass last month maybe, but guess what, depending of the purpose that is begin in the beginning of the wave spell, is the color that we are gonna leave this energy, you know. And it's like a spiral. Even we pass this in the last month, in the next time that we are passing for the same energy of the, for example, like I say, the dog that is in conditional love will be in another level. And dependent of your own levels of awakeness is how do you live it. Yeah, this is very interesting. Nobody lives these energies in the same way, because each one of us, we have our own level in this dimension. Yeah, we have our own, let's say, level of awake, you know. So for is the general energy is, in this case, like an example, the dog, yeah, the unconditional love, but everybody lives them, the energy in different way. Yeah, so could be work in different ways for each one of us, exactly because the level of um, conscience that we have. Yeah, so this wave spell is about purification, and in this time is something new. Is we have to purify our lives. And remember that this trip is inside of us, very deep inside of us, with this interact with our own energy. And we need to purify this energy until we touch the most high level of purification. Yeah, is that we concentrate all our energy right now in this process that take us 13 days. Um, of course, because it's a purification in an emotional level, the second chakra is the one that is gonna be move it a lot. We need to clean that chakra, that energy of that chakra. And why? Because we need to fluid exactly with the energy that present us the day by day. Because if not, we are stuck. And if we're stuck, that water don't be purified, will be dirty, with energy that is not good for our bodies, for our minds, for our feelings, for our souls. And it's turned in toxic water. The water is exactly the one that is going to purify this element in all different aspects. Yeah, that we're using is the one that purify. Every day that we have our shower, we purify exactly the energy that we were living in our dreams, for example. So remember that for our ancestor, and there's a lot of knowledge about that. We die every day when we go into sleep to live in another dimension, the dimension on our dreams, right? Because we are traveling another dimensions in that moment. So when we coming back, we retake our body. We with this action that we have, our shower, our bath, yeah, we purify our body. That is the one that we take again for continue our day by day, every day at time. Yeah. So what kind of toxic emotions are if we don't purify our energy? Could be angry, could be jealous, could be this angst, depression, yeah, and negative. Yeah, so when we see that somebody is in negative state, it's because that person didn't purify himself. And another thing, remember, We are 75% of water. We have water in our brain to work in a very good way. We have water in our blood. Yeah. So everything that we are in this part of water is needs to be clean, purified with different activities, with different things like meditation, like um, enjoy the day, try to be happy. Yeah, we know that the circumstances around the world is there are no incredible or nice, but we try it. Yeah, right. That's the thing. That's the warrior that in the other wave spell we were talking about. Yeah, right. That's fighting between these two energies that we have. So this is a time of purify that energies. Okay, that emotions, and this is for balance our own energy, right? It's like put our waters in a balance. Okay. um so like the water, like the rivers that go into the ocean or go into the lake, to a big space, to another experience, we need to fluid. Yeah, it's that don't resist the day, just fluid with that, with the day. um Now, this purification is necessary because, like everybody, we have different experience in our past, and sometimes we left that bad experience, the bad energy there in our mind, in our body, yeah, in our memories. So this is toxic water in energy that sometimes we keep. So the important thing is clean your body, your memories, your mind, and everything of that situations. Let it go. Analyzing, cleaning, let it go. Let it go from your body, from your memories, yeah, from the memories of your cells sometimes. Because we know that our cells has memory. Then when happens something that is not great or nice for us, our cells keep that memory and it's not good for us. It's like toxic stuff for us. So this is the time through the different. Hello, Sam. Hello, Willow, too. So this is very important that we focus in these 13 days through the different energies to um, purify, okay, these bad memories from our cells too. Now, in this thing about purify, also it's very important, and this is the time in these 13 days to take in physical way that depuration. That means this is exactly the time to take a very nice bath with salts, with medicinal plants. Yeah, it's very good time to do it. You can use a search, you can use copal, wherever, any kind of incense that clean you, Mary Rose, yeah, all that kind of plants that clean yourself, physical, yeah, and help in the energetic way to clean yourself, yeah, to make this disintoxication of disintoxicate about energy and also the negative thoughts that we can have, yeah. So remember, the water is female energy, so this beautiful female energy is the one that they are going to help us. Okay. Somebody said us that he is have a okay, clean the feet with the ionic spa. Yeah. Yes, it's perfect. Wherever you want, wherever you feel, wherever you find that clean yourself, clean your body, your feet, your mind, wherever. Good music, good dance, everything that is about clean and clean from that things that they are not good for for your body, for your spirit, for your mind too. Now, this cleaning, yeah, is about, we begin in the second day with the dog that was yesterday, yeah, with the unconditional love. How happened this? Well, we use the unconditional love that we have for ourselves, yes, to give us that care that we need all the time. We sometimes we care a lot of people outside, or we tell everybody what to do, but we don't apply it in ourselves. So this is a good time to do something for ourselves, to take care of yourself, yeah. And then today is the monkey, today is the happiness. So this is a good, remember that the monkey is that little child that is with you all the time, that invite you to be happy, that invite you to enjoy your day, to enjoy your here and now. And also the monkey is magician. So today is a very good day to purify and to make ceremonies for this purpose. Okay? So tomorrow will be human, the day human. So, with this unconditional love that we have, yeah, to ourselves, and happiness, yeah, we help to purify ourselves. And the human is coming to tell us that we have the liberty, yeah, to choose the free will, yeah, and we have the liberty to choose the way that we want to follow, in the way that we want to fluid the life, yeah, and even and also how to purify yourself. Then the next day, the 5 day, is the walking the sky, is the one that explore the new things. Maybe, well, um, maybe I was there in England to make a big temazcal for these days, believe me. But if not, you can experiment other things, explore it inside yourself. What is there that you want to purify and how to do it? Okay? So the 6th day is the magician. The magician is the one that is enchant, yeah, enchant the situation, the place. So it's a very good to make a ceremony or a ritual to purify yourself. The 7th day is the eagle. Yes, we're doing this purification that is gonna give us exactly the intelligence, yeah, to make the perception to backward in your life, and make and have a general vision about what we're doing, how we're doing about this purification. The 8th day is a warrior. Is a warrior that gives us this intelligence, right? To uh, to decide what to do in our lives. Remember, it's always with this balance about the light and darkness inside of us that we have, because we have this duality in ourselves, right? Then will be earth. The earth is the one that gives you the push, because everything that we're doing is for evolve, is for the evolution in ourselves, is for the evolution that is everything around us, to make better things, to be better humans. The 10th one, the day 10 is the mirror. Yeah, the mirror is the one how to you organize your thoughts, who you are, to reflect to the others outside. And it's the day, of course, in the moment that in this purification, maybe we find somebody that is going to tell us a message. Yeah, we are a mirror with others too. Then the 10, 11, the day 11 is torment. Yes, is to receive this information, that's purification, to happen this torment day, that is a transformation. Okay, the torment is no bad, it's the period of time that will be useful for transform something, okay? Something that was maybe difficult and big and like a torment, and then it cleaning itself. And then the next day is, of course, the sun. After the big torment, the sun is there. So that is gonna give us, after clean this, all the illumination in our spirit, in our life, in our thoughts. Okay, so the 13th day is the dragon, is the new beginning, and the dragon is the representation of the maternal feeling. You know, after all this process about purification and ups and downs, like a big wave, yeah, of energies, in fractal energies that going and coming, like but in different aspects, in different levels, in different, sometimes up, sometimes down, yeah, in different, yeah, presentation in some way, right? So we need to be very patient with ourselves. This is a walk, this is a trip about us. It's about how can we purify ourselves, yeah, and in the way that we can continue in the best way with our life. It's the energy that is gonna help us to transform these, um, no good energies, yeah, in something positive in your life. And remember, as you are okay, the people that love you and is around you will be okay, because you can transmit that feeling, you can transmit this energy, you can transmit this light. Yeah. So this is very important, how to work with yourself in this purification, this time of purification, because it's coming again, the new and beautiful things in the life. And the only thing that I can tell you, that in this purification, and that you take all that energy inside of you to do it. Forget what is happening outside. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Believe me, everything will be very well for the humans. Nothing that is happening outside has to, let's say, move us in the negative way. We need to elevate our frequency as high as we can, in the way that nothing that low frequency touch us. So I wish you a very happy days of transformation and purification, because it's lovely. Yeah. So, well, this is the interesting thing about these times. Yeah. And, well, if somebody wants to know more, please write to us in the Mascali UK, or write to Rocio Gonzalez Delgadillo, or to Angela, and everything is just, in some way we are together. And if you have any questions, please let us know in this moment, or write us later. Okay. Thank you for this moment, and I hope that you enjoy with this purification. Interesting, right? Very nice.
And we are unmuted. Yes, that was amazing.
Yeah.
So it's this focus on purification. Now that's reminded me that I must do that. And probably a very good idea that we all do that before the next innings of solstice on the 21st of December.
Oh,
But
yeah.
this is preparing you for that. Often come January, we feel really toxic.
Exactly.
After system celebrations, the calendars that come into operation, the celebrations by negative darkness, we must purify ourselves in order to embody more of our authentic selves.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Yes, very nice. It's how they know it, all that stuff, it's very nice. And we need to prepare for the changes that is coming. right? And that they are happening already.
Yeah. What would you say that the biggest change that's coming to us in consciousness is?
Well, I don't know. Uh, it's it's like I feel in this like a happiness, like I feel I smiling because I have this feeling, this I don't know, this like a thing that wave that coming from the universe, with nice information, with nice moments for the humans, for all the planet. So it's like feeling that all the things that we are passing all these past months, yeah, they will stop it in one moment because there is no more energy that fit this, yeah, this negative stuff. So I feel this change, this my intuition tell me this, and it's like I feel that suddenly some little things, like yesterday the wind, I feel in the wind like, wow, this is something nice. Like something was floating there, but we don't know exactly when and how, right? But I'm sure about that for these feelings, right? That is coming a big night changes. The energy is of female energy that is coming, this beautiful influence, right? Um, is coming to give us like the mother, the protection, the everything is okay, all that stuff. It's something that is feeling. And if I think that if the people meditate and just watch the wind, the water, all the elements, be in contact with this mother nature and feel it too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what do you think the people, the humanity needs right now? What do you think about that? What do they need?
Well, they feel there are some things, but they need to trust in themselves. It's like they need to go inside themselves and feel this security that they already trust
Hmm.
them that they will be okay.
Yeah.
And that a nice positive energy is coming to be with us in some way. The people need to trust more in themselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
because everything is inside.
Yeah. Willow is saying we'll be like butterflies emerging from a cocoon after this virus nonsense is over.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's true, Willow. Yeah, exactly. Yes, this time is to be in our capul. How do you say? Uh,
Wings?
yes, in the before the butterflies opening. Yes,
Yeah.
little thing. We are in that space right now, exactly, working inside of us to be ready for that times,
Mm,
right?
mm.
So yes,
So, I think that this is very good to be aware, because the more aware we are of energies changing in consciousness, the more we can plan and strategize our lives better according to what our personal needs are on our personal journeys. Wonderful.
yes,
Absolutely wonderful. And if we can keep doing that, even better.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in
So,
the sorry. Mhm.
no. We will all awake from this slumber. It is the awakening. That's
Exactly.
so. As part of the awakening, what I would like to look at and talk about with you is the concept of patriarchy. Now, I don't come from the feminist perspective.
No, of
I
course.
don't agree with women pretending to be men or using their concepts to argue the female point of view. I
Mhm.
don't believe in that at all, because how can you use a man's argument to cultivate the best female life for yourself? You cannot.
No, of course not.
I'm going to try and share this screen If not, I'm going to try and read from it. And it was just a Wikipedia entry.
Mm-hmm.
Should I ever even be able to find it? Okay, so if I go here, then go back to there. Oh, application window, Chrome tab, patriarchy. Let's go. Okay.
Woo!
Yeah. Patriarchy is a social system in which men hold primary power and predominate in roles of political leadership, moral authority, social privilege, and control of property. Some patriarchal societies are also patrilineal, meaning that property and title are inherited by the male lineage. Patriarchy is associated with a set of ideas, a patriarchal ideology that acts to explain and justify this dominance and attributes it to inherent natural differences between men and women. There's a disparity there in itself. So I'm going to skip that bit. Oh, no, I won't. Sociologists tend to see patriarchy as a social product and not an outcome of innate differences between the sexes. And they focus attention on a way that gender roles in society affect power differentials, power between men and women. Historically, patriarchy has manifested itself in the social, legal, political, religious, economic organization of a range of cultures. Actually, we should include family there. Even if not defined by their own constitutions and laws, most contemporary societies are in practice patriarchal. So let's unshare that screen. However we do that. Oh, we can have, I didn't realize it did that. Fascinating. Wow. I'm just blown away. Oh, right. So when we're talking about patriarchy as a way of life in every single society, every single culture on the planet, what does that mean for women? What does that mean when they're a girl, for example? So the baby's been born, she's been pronounced female, been given a name, and then what happens to, how does that patriarchal concept come to that girl?
Well, as a society, that masculine energy that coming to the girl is the one that is gonna give the support, is gonna a patron, yeah, that when this girl is growing up, is gonna find the husband like the father in some way, sometimes, right? Like society. Yeah, and it's the one that you have to make that he be always happy with you, yeah, because he's the one that is gonna provide the material things, you know. But also, when we are kids, we're learning that even the mother, whatever the father says, is what the mother doing. The mother don't have a voice to make maybe any suggestion or any different idea than the father, you know. So in the patriarchal society is the one that take all the decisions by himself, yeah. Usually don't take the opinion from the woman, right? Because he feels that because he's the chief of the family, yeah. He's the head of the family. He has, yeah, he has to take all the how has to take all the decision. Even doesn't understand that maybe the woman has more this conscience or maybe intuition, yeah, to do the things in the other way sometimes, you know. So the patriarchal he is the chief of the family. That's it. Whatever he says is what everybody doing. Okay. So but what happened with this patriarchal is alcoholic, drug addict, is no good moral stuff, well,
Mm.
all the family is crashing, right? Because
Mm.
everybody's following this pattern of this guy, for example, right?
So when you combine patriarchy with stupidity, what do we get left with?
No, well, nothing.
It's like, oh God, what are we doing? Oh my goodness, this is awful. So,
Yeah.
so let's just take a snapshot of. I want us to take a snapshot of British patriarchy, right? And then maybe examine it a little and compare it to Mexican patriarchy. Could we do that? That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
sure,
Or, you know,
sure.
when I
Will be
refer
interesting.
to
Will be
yeah,
interesting.
so when I refer to UK patriarchy, I'm going to include all of Europe into that, but also USA, because essentially it's the same belief system. So Willow was just laughing. All right, we'll include Canada into that, lovely.
Well, it's different in some way, you know.
Right,
Uh,
so I've got to leave
yeah,
Willow with that smiley face up there. It's great.
yes, it's already laughing.
I might be getting too excited at my mic. Is that better? Is there an echo? Because I can't hear it because I'm not wearing headphones.
No, it's okay. You can
It's
hear.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I hope so. So hand space from the mic. So in Britain, there is a slight imbalance in patriarchal concept, right? Let's just go back to the Second World War. So all the men were out fighting. They were drafted in to go and fight the war of attrition for the elites. And there was a generation of men without fathers, boys without fathers. Or their fathers would come home with war-induced post-traumatic stress disorder
Oof.
and wouldn't be able to engage or interact properly in family dynamics. They also was an emotional shut-off because obviously you've had to kill somebody, and that does not sit well with the human soul at all. Thank you, Willow. And it makes me, it's particularly obvious in Britain that there is this disconnect where men have been disempowered from their lineages, their ancestors. Absolutely fascinating. So what you get now is an imbalance because from the 1980s onwards, women were going to work, they were expected to work, there was a different government, children were left to look after themselves. You know, they'd go home, make their own food, there was no family meal, and then father would come home, and then the dynamic in the home was, I'm earning more than you, therefore I am of greater significance. So the
Okay.
control was done financially through that very chieftain role that you're talking about. So it's the behaviors that are associated with it. So, we have daughters, we have granddaughters. Now, what do we do in the English speaking world when we continue to accept this patriarchy, knowing that it's wrong? How do we break free of it? So what I'm saying here is that because of wars, because of imbalances, because of various systems, expectations, state expectations on the individual in the family, that often men can break down. They can get angry and frustrated because they are holding these spiritual contracts for the family. My goodness, what was that? I just noticed I've got a hole in my top. Shocking. So basically, now where the pay gap is decreasing, it's still present. Men get paid more than women, even today. Women, even married women today in 2020 in Britain, do not even know that they are living in a dominated way, in a male dominated way. Right? This is the illusion. So what is it like in Mexico?
Well, we have story here. As we know, in our ancestors before the Spanish coming to doing the invasion,
Hmm.
because wasn't a conquest, was an invasion.
Bit
Yeah,
by bit.
yeah.
Hmm. Mm.
So before they arrived here, the story talk about that the women and men, they were very equal. They have a very different society. Yeah, they have uh, the same rights. Yeah, they have their own constitution and their own laws about it. And for example, an example is that if if a woman, sorry, don't want to be with the same guy for any reasons that she find that were heavy, yeah, for the relationship, she going with a, let's say, with a shaman and this group of the circle of all women, yeah, and she talked with them and said, look, I don't want to be with this man because he's doing this and I don't like, or it's not good influence for my kids. So they will do a temazcal. This is beautiful. The circle of women and the shaman or shamana, yeah. They make a temazcal and they invite the family, her family and his family together to talk about what's going on there. Very interesting, right?
Beautiful.
And then then this circle of ancient, there, well, all women decide if she has the right to cut this relationship with the man. If they decide that it's good that the man has to go from the home, the woman never left home.
Mm.
She stayed with the kids, but the man has to leave the home, because it's no good influence for the kids. So, as we know, in different cultures, yeah, different towns, different people, this was in general way. Why? Maybe because they were like pilgrims from different parts, and they walking together, and they were doing together the things. It's
Mm.
maybe is why the society was in that way, you know, because imagine that they are walking like pilgrims, they establish in one place just for a short time. Everybody has to move, even man and woman, to build a little house, to live wherever the time that they will be there in that space. And everybody was making agriculture, everybody was taking care of the kids. Usually, the grandfathers, yeah, they be together, and all the kids will be around them from the grandfathers. Yeah, and also women and men, they were working together for the food, for the education, for everything. But when the Spanish arrived, everything was kaput. Why? Because the Spanish arrived with this, sorry, Catholic idea about the patriarchal stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they when they come in here, they
Mm.
impose their own education, the new rules, and everything changed. And now, uh, I think, well, at least for my time, 60s, still a little 70s, until they were very strong, this macho stuff.
What
Uh,
do you mean by macho stuff? Can you describe that macho behaviour to me?
it's that kind of patriarchal stuff, but in very strong way. And
What do you mean?
also
Like violence?
also
Violence
with,
and aggression?
yeah, violence
Anger,
and
violence, rage, drinking,
ex-
beating, right?
exactly.
Beating of children, raping of daughters, that kind of thing. Uncontrollable
And
behaviour from the Catholics.
exactly, yes, because in the church, talk with a woman, yeah, and I say you have to do what your husband tell you. You have to be obedient with your husband. You have to all that things like. take the woman like this, like softening, like victims of everything, you know.
Mm, mm-hmm. Mm,
The
yeah,
church is the one that changed a lot of things. It's the principal one, of course, with that ideas, right?
so can you give me an example where patriarchy has affected your life, and then I will give an example
Oh
of
yeah.
how it's affected my life.
Well, when I got married, for example, yeah, and I was pregnant. I was very happy to be pregnant, and in that time, well, no, we didn't know what was girl or boy, right? In that time, so
Mm.
when my daughter was born, the first thing that I hear from my ex-husband was, "Oh, I wanted boy."
So he's projected the disappointment at your daughter for being the wrong gender.
Exactly. So it's like, oh my God, it's so dumb. Or what happened? What happened in that head? You know, nothing.
Elvis left the building.
Really, yes. And he's still the same. Huh? He's still
Mm.
the same. He did never change. So this affect me a lot because in the beginning, he was like rejecting that the little baby, you know, because he was a girl instead of a boy,
Mm.
right? So and that was the part of the thing that he left when she was 3 years old only. He left because he preferred other things, yeah, that stay there and be responsible about his family. So I think God is
Ah.
there, huh?
So what
And
do you, yeah, so the responsibility factor. What is
yeah,
it that men who are afraid of responsibility when babies are born? What is when they're the wrong gender? What is their problem with the responsibility, do you think?
it's about his liberty.
Mm.
They feel that the liberty is gone because now he has to work or work. There is no other way because he has the responsibility to feed that little kid and feed the wife, of course. Yeah, because in that time the wife only was at home. Yeah, but they don't value the work of woman in the home.
No,
To
it means nothing.
oh yes, oh you are at home, you don't do nothing.
Exactly. You don't have to work.
Why you are tired if you are at home? Oh, I'm tired because I'm coming from work.
I
And
know.
you know that
I
stuff.
know. I'm hearing it's not just me screaming. I've been through that. I know that. And I'm
Yeah,
sure every single woman on this planet who has a normal, not privileged life has to deal with the same issue. That alone. Wow.
yeah, it's
Go on,
very interesting,
Rocio. Get
right?
going, girl. I know you've got a lot to say, and then I'm going to. So,
Ah. So affect my life, yes,
mhm,
because I have to uh, work with all my love. Yeah, and I bring my daughter with career and everything, and I did by myself. I
yeah.
mean, in economical way, because thank my mother, she helped me to take care of my daughter. By the
Hmm.
time I was studying, working, and bring all the things that at my home be necessary, right?
Mm,
So
hmm.
I maintain my brothers, my mother, and my daughter.
Mm, hmm.
Everybody was there in the home. So
Hmm.
yeah, but I was happy because that gave me very to be brave in life. You know,
Mm,
nothing is impossible. Nothing is like you can't because you are a woman. You can't do this, right?
mm.
Yes, we can do it. At least that means that you have to bring something heavy or something like this. Well,
Wow.
if we make exercise, it's possible too. You know, yeah. So, but that all that things is not that to hate the men.
No,
It's
it's not
nothing
their
about
fault.
that.
They don't know any better.
It's about to teach him, yeah, how the things are in the mind of woman.
Right.
Woman do everything possible and impossible to feed the kids, right? And the men, what happened? They run. They scare and run, right? From the obligation, right? And the woman never escape. She's stay there all the time. Yeah. Giving support, feed them, yeah. Spend the time that is possible, because sometimes there are no time to spend with them. You have two options: give love to your kids and they die because they don't have food and nothing to wear, or provide them what they need, and give them the time that you have, because sometimes it's not enough. So
No.
there are a lot women alone for that, the same problem, the same circumstances, but that give us that effort to continue with the life, that make us warriors, really.
Mm. Yeah, I think of the women that maybe who aren't warriors, the women that are ignored by society,
Yeah.
right? So and as you're saying that, I was thinking about situations where I see pregnant mothers, and you see people around them, right. As soon as the baby is born, the people will come, bypass the mother, and look at the
Yeah.
oh, the mother is automatically,
Disappear.
yeah, who are you?
Yes, it's true.
It took every ounce of my strength to create, nurture, and feed this child and survive this life form being in front of me, in me. This
Yes.
is a very interesting, unspoken about patriarchy woven through our cultures. And I can completely get that, because we've had completely different lives, but we share the same stories of the domination of the family unit.
Because they are the same patterns.
Exactly. So all I can think of with every dealing with any guy ever in a close way has led me to realize, and it's not a terrible thing, it's all about a woman's journey, right? It's led me to realize that every single one of them has tried to control me throughout my
Yes.
life, in the workforce, in education,
In
what my
everything, yeah.
choices are, where I should go, what I should do, how I should behave when I get there.
What to wear, why don't wear, what
Make
to
sure that
eat.
I dress in a pleasing manner. Make
Yeah.
sure that I'm confident enough to carry your sorry ass. Be all round fabulous and wash the dishes and expect to like it. Now,
And
how
only
many
the dishes, the clothes, the
everything
home, the
oh,
everything, everything.
and,
But
and
let
run a
me,
business and still be devalued from running a business, having children, and doing the whole home education thing? I'm just giving my personal experience here of what I've experienced. It's not been
yeah,
positive. It has not, and I look around me. Yes, I think that couples experience this love at the very beginning, but as soon as you bring the state into it, because you're not committing to that love, oh no, you've been superseded and trumped by the state. So you are literally, that state dictates how you live, how much you earn, how much you give your children,
yeah,
and the woman is left at 50 years old, ill, on medication, and unable to function.
yeah.
Right?
But let me tell you something. In the last times I was watching,
Mm,
and 1 week ago I went to Mexico City.
mm,
So I was traveling in metro, and I was fascinated because at least I saw 5 men, different age, with kids, different age, and one that has the baby here and the bag with the all the stuff from the baby in the metro by himself. A man. It's like,
good.
But let me tell you, this guy was 35, 34 years old, more or less. So I'm checking that there are new generations, yeah, that with educated by women
Mm,
that educate or put in the mind this new concept about helping your wife,
mm,
helping your girlfriend, or helping whatever, you know. So this is very interesting. I was so fascinated to watch this guy with the little baby with all the stuff in the metro. That is like, wow, right? If the men are in this time that we are talking about awake of our conscience, yeah.
mm.
If the men, the new men are awake, they are changing little by little. Let me tell you, it's not that run quick. No, no, no.
Well,
Takes time. Takes time. But I see beautiful things because he understands that as he works, the woman works, and together they have to take care of the kids. And together they have to take care and have a beautiful home, clean. By the time the one is doing the dishes, the other doing the clothes, the other is checking the kids, the other is checking the food. Yeah, and that's beautiful. But I see this in the new generations.
well,
So
that's very positive.
I hope that continue in that way.
Mm, yeah. I mean, I guess, um, things are changing very slowly. So I guess the reason why I wanted to bring up that subject of patriarchy is because of its relevance to what we do at Women's Work. What we are focused on at Women's Work is opening centres that deal with the recovery of women who've experienced extreme abuse, complex abuse, or abuse, family abuse, domestic violence, any situation where they've been suppressed into complete chronic illness, for example. But also, Women's Work aims to provide an education for women
Yeah.
based on how they operate, finding out their inner skill sets, educating them on what they need to know to make through to this next 7 generations, how to raise a child, how to clean yourself properly, how to be a sovereign divinity path being, and then you learn how to do business with the rest of the world
Yeah,
from
exactly.
that position. This is the purpose of Women's Work Centres. So we are hugely focused. By next year, we shall be opening our centre in Malinalco, Mexico, and we're going to start this as a pilot project. It will be a centre for just amazing growth, healing, and development. It's going to be phenomenal. So, one of those things is that we aim to address is the negative concept of woman. Now, I'm not even going to refer to patriarchy in the teaching materials a lot, but we're going to bring everything back to how we live as women, what we do with our knowledge, and how to help other women break free of this patriarchal system. And it's a very individual process.
Yeah. And this important thing that you say, Angie, is about to how educated in the way that they know, the women know their rights, that
Yeah.
she has rights. But also there are everything, like every single situation have limits, because I see a lot of women that they begin to be violent, and they say, I, the men are going to the street, I'm going to the street too. So no, that's not the point, right? And the point is no hate men, and they are no, no, no. The thing is to make something nice between, yeah, in the way that we can develop our families. Oh, yes. Thank you, Willow. And she says that the new generations are not going to put, oh, yes, to the old systems. Yeah, that's the point exactly. From the new generations that doing something different. Yeah, by experience of that, the oldest, right? Thank you, Wino. Yes,
Exactly. It is deconstructing the concept. And, you have to pay a proportionate amount, a good, decent proportion of that to your life as a woman. And then once you start deconstructing the patriarchal input into your life, right, you tune into it, you become aware of it bit by bit, you'll be surprised how much this actually affects your existence.
oh yeah, yes.
So when women are suppressed, they do give birth to suppressed children because it's all in the chemical makeup, it's in the DNA makeup, it's in the gene makeup. So this is where we really need to take care with our future generations and what
Oh,
we bring them into.
yeah.
And we aim to provide that service at all of our women's work centres as we roll them out over the next 10 years. So, wow, that was a bit of a burst, wasn't it, dear? We all got excited then in our lack of acceptance for the things of the past. Excuse me. But these are the things that affect every woman on the planet and every man as well. Because I'm sure that deep down, they really don't want to live like that. They were forced into a position to fight.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that with this all this network communications that women can find in any YouTube, if they looking for some resolution, how can I do this or how can I do that? There are a lot of psychologists that they are already in the network, or people that, well, is give us their own experience and how they resolve it too. There are a lot of information. I believe you that this happened before because we didn't have this all this information, right? Now we have everything there. So who wants to change, all the tools are everywhere, right? And also disciplines, and also maintain your mind busy in positive things. No watching soap operas that they are putting
Oh,
bullshit stuff in the mind. This kind of thing, oh my god, it's horrible, right?
mm,
They just put stories that doesn't exist, or they are so real that everybody is the star in the movie or in the soap opera, right? This is the other thing that is not good in society.
exactly. The media propaganda to support that system.
Yeah.
So I would say if anybody wants to revoke your soul contracts with system as a man or as a woman to create that inner balance within you, but also with the media and government and all aspects that affect your life.
Yeah,
We've been contracted in by birth just by being here, being caught in the incarnation grid. And in the fifth world of peace, we just don't do it like this anymore. We can't because the old ways are defunct and there is no longer room for them in this expansion, apart from dissolving it and putting it into remedy and resolve and leaving it behind.
exactly. Yes, a lot work to do. But if we begin now, we can do it little by little, step by step, with each woman that is around us, or the women that listen to us. And yeah, the idea is to make like everything a balance to everything, a balance with our relationships, a balance with the energy, a balance with our situation, like a mother, like a wife, like a
Mm,
sister, like whatever. Everything is in balance. Have to be in the balance, only that. And I think,
exactly. And
yeah,
what the system trend is, I'm noticing over here, the system trend is to completely annihilate all value of the mother
yeah,
by disempowering the birth process, calling pregnant women pregnant person. So they haven't even got a gender to be a pregnant woman.
yeah,
This is where it's going. We have imposters who have no idea what it's like to live life as a woman.
exactly.
They have no idea of the pain and the restriction from day one that is imposed upon us. And actually, it's just, I'm tired of all these games, right? As a woman, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Yes. It's like, wow. It's always the same story, right?
Yeah, it's boring. Very boring. We'd like to move on to the next unwritten chapter, please.
The next chapter. Exactly. Exactly. So, well, that will be very, very interesting, this project. Yes, to help women around the world. The beginning is Mexico and every England and wherever,
Glastonbury on a miniature scale.
Glastonbury, yeah. But we can do it in another countries too, right?
Absolutely. We intend to spread through the Americas, Africa. Let's see what happens in Asia, but definitely in Europe as well.
Yes, 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 yes. And it's very interesting how now that you mention Africa, I see some. I watch some videos where they still the woman is like dog almost because in religion, because whatever, yeah, they are like dogs, less than dogs, and they have to work to bring the money to the men, yeah, and it's incredible. Or they sell the women. The father sell the daughter because he needs the cows and he doesn't need the daughter. You
Mm.
know, it's like
More
what?
value out of the cattle.
Yeah, it's like wow. I saw this in Ethiopia.
Mm.
So they selling the daughters because they need more the cows. Mm.
Actually, I've heard of instances like that in Eastern Europe, in Romania.
Oh, really?
Mm. Same sort
Wow.
of thing, where a friend of mine
Uh-huh.
was basically offered this man's daughter to be her servant. And
Wow.
my age, shocking, right? I don't
Yeah.
know what I'd
There
say.
was a time that
Hey, why
when
are you
happened.
selling your daughter?
That's
Yeah.
horrible.
The thing is, because of the digital age, we're not shown these instances anymore. This is what the system will seek to annihilate, that this exists at all, and it'll be all be brushed under the carpet.
Exactly. Another thing, guess what? Talking about traditions.
Mm.
Some traditions, they are not good with women, with women.
Mm.
And because it's tradition, everybody doing the same thing. And they are wrong. I don't call tradition, I call ignorance, believe me. Yeah, it's like how they treat the women in some places in Africa. We back to Africa because it's the continent where there are more clothes inside. Yeah, and they still doing things that is like, really still in this time, and they do it. Like they put the clitoris to the little kids.
Yeah, female genital mutilation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're doing, and because it's evil thing. Can you imagine?
But it's also a similar ritual process for some boys as well in some other cultures.
Oh yes,
It's to be circumcised. So
ignorance. It's
yeah,
ignorance.
yeah. So why are people interfering with the genital rituals for their culture, their religion?
Yeah,
Obviously, it's a ritual feed somewhere. So
yeah, it's
it's
crazy,
what
right?
people accept as being normal. I
Uh,
know.
a lot of people is
Yeah.
so ignorant and they are closed in the mind that they
Yeah.
just follow their traditions because the mother,
Yeah.
father, or the grandfather do it. But they don't think about that we are living other times. We are not living the time of the grandfather or father or whatever. This is other time. We need to change. We need to change the mind because it's not possible to live like 100 years ago, more or less, or something. No, it's incredible. Yeah,
It's very
it's
true. It's very true. You have
there
to
are
adapt.
changes. The change, we need to accept the changes, because the change is for some reason, right? Especially in societies. Yeah. Yes, there are still doing things that they are not, you can believe it that in this time they do it, still do it, you know. But
Well, we aim to provide a solution on a women's level with that. And this is the purpose of the centres, so we can start delivering personal changes within our cultures.
yes, I think that
We need more women on board. We need more support. So feel free to get in touch. We've got policies to write. We've got doors to knock on
yes,
because we're completely bored with it now and we'd like to move on. Thanks.
yes.
Other things to do. Right.
And
So, yeah,
our
go on.
beautiful man wake up the mind, the
Wake
conscience.
up the hearts.
Yeah,
Don't be controlled by other urges. And look after the women that you impregnate.
yeah. It's very important. That change, big
Very
change
important.
for a good future.
And disconnect from the state in order to do it. Don't hand your power to them to rule your family life and then eventually break it in some way or take from it. Because your sacred family life is your family sacred life. It's what you came here as part of what you needed to do.
Yeah, I think that I'm sure that the changes are coming very soon.
Mm.
Yeah,
So let's change subject then before we get too cross and feisty. We get out our boxing gloves. We should get out our healing hands. So in this moment, I think we should do a little guided journey, a little mini tour to lift the energies of all women who are experiencing. I'm going to extend it out to the feminine in all of us. And we're going to do a little thing to bring back a peaceful element of this coexistence with self. What do you reckon? Yeah? Want to start, my dear? You do beautiful praying.
thank you very much.
I'm just going to pop you on.
Thank you. Gracias, Tlazocamati. In this beautiful afternoon, connecting with the goddess, the creators, the universe, the galactic energy. We connect to them. We connect with the beginning of the beginnings, that beautiful energy that gives us life, the humanity. We connect to receive that beautiful energy that gives us a good situations for awake our conscience, in the conscience, in the new path, in the new life every day, to continue learning by experience in the way that we evolve in education, we evolve in our minds, we evolve in the way that we transmit our love. And with love, continue this experiment about life in the best way. How to bring the best energy to each woman around the world. that can be safe from the hands that want to damage them. We ask to the universe and the Great Spirit that all these women can be wake up. Can we escape? They can be escaped from these hands. And we ask to the universe this awake for each man in the planet. Illuminate their hearts, illuminate the mind to stop the bad patterns, to stop all the bad things that they doing and they have in the mind for a big change. We ask the energy for illumination for a big change in each man, in each heart, that give value to the women around the world, to maintain this beautiful love, and through love make this big change, to give value to the women, and women give value to the sacred masculine too. We ask to our great spirit and the great creators that help us in energy to do this jump for the new generations and to make it awake for new things, new patterns. Left all the energy to leave the oldest patterns that doesn't work anymore and to learn the new ones that give us peaceful tranquility, balance in our lives, a good understanding between men and women, a good understanding between husband and wife, a good understanding between father and daughter, mother and son. We ask this beautiful energy that cover our planet to develop and become better humans with peaceful, with the new motivations, with the new light. That the universe give us all this energy to continue in our lives in the best way and always in base of love. That is the sacred energy that can change everywhere, everywhere. Is a powerful energy. Everything through the love, with love. Prometeo.
As we take that sacred prayer moment further and bring that sacred energy of our souls into our hearts, to our roots, to our connections, we calibrate ourselves across time for this purpose. Of all awakened parts of self, due here for the great dream time, remembering of ourselves, remembering the deconstruction, remembering the roles and responsibilities of each soul coming to the planet, and they should be honoured. May all souls fully and sacredly live their purpose, their divine paths, as divinity path beings of light, unhindered by system, unhindered by tradition, unhindered by patriarchal concept. We delete patriarchal concept and all other concepts of limitation from our existences in every dimension, time stream, galaxy and universe that we all collectively, simultaneously exist on. We give thanks to every soul here, past, present, and future. And we hold that space for your super transition into a state of grace that does not tacitly accept the system that tries to feed from us, from our families, from our women, from our men, from our children, from our animals. I pray for all souls to coexist on Earth Mother in complete harmony. Aho.
That's beautiful.
Wonderful, my dear. So, as we wind up the show, I just wanted to give a last minute promotion to the wonderful, the very wonderful Concordia Spiritual Activation. This is a 13-week voyage of personal discovery, self-illumination and activation of your soul gifts and skills. We've been doing this for a very long time here at Concordia, and we endeavour to accelerate your awakening, and this is your bridge to the fifth world of peace. We remove vast levels of issues that you hold physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. This is a fast track program for those that wish to push forward during this time, and has been cultivated as a 13-week process, but also a 2-week process, should you wish to experience that intensity of shift of your own consciousness shift as a 5D being. What does she mean by that? Well, if your body is not equipped to handle the frequencies that are coming, that are here now, you're going to be in a lot of pain, because all your trauma will reflect as pain in the body, and the system will try and weaponize your core emotional pain frequency against you. This is what's happening in consciousness with this virus pretension. So this has been developed for you all to accelerate. We have the British, UK and Europe class starting on the 1st of November at 7 p.m. UK time, GMT time, for all those in UK and Europe that wish to advance together in a group that will bring you many future benefits and possibilities for your own careers, in line with what you are doing already, what you want to do. It's with a dream that you came here with. We will unlock your soul's dream perspective and life path on this 13-week voyage. You will learn exactly who you are and what you are here to incarnated to do, and what your true soul's desire is. We also have the Americas class opening on 11/11/2020 at 7 p.m. I'm just so excited about this. This is, I don't believe, has been done before in this sequence of time. So we are moving through volumes of cultural blockages, barriers, past lives, relationships, consciousness changes, your light body upshifts. we are covering an awful lot on this 13-week voyage. So please do contact me. Thank you, Willow. Your spiritual activation on Facebook, you can contact me there. It's a really very reasonable price, and it's a way of condensing and these really amazing skills in you, activating them and getting you to the next level of conscious awareness in your daily lives. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We are very experienced at this, and it's a beautiful work to do. So do come visit Concordia Spiritual Activation on Facebook. I'd very much like to hear from you, and check in before we start this voyage. Make sure you've got the right ticket. Introduce you to the pilot and make you comfortable for the voyage. You will love it, and you will come out of this scenario pain-free. Oh, pain-free? Oh, possible.
Yeah.
We work from an unlimited no-time frequency and field, which disconnects you from all the drama as well. So, lovely people, thank you very much for joining us this evening on Women's Work. Please do join us next week. Rocio, do we have a guest on next week?
Oh, yeah. This is very interesting guest. We will have this woman called Elinor Patiño. She's going to talk about the tradition Tezcatlipoca, the second part. Yeah, we have first part. Now we are going to have second part that is very intense, very interesting. So we hope that she will be with us. She already said yes, so she's a very busy woman, but hope that be with us. But yes, until now, it's confirmed. So we will have a very good program next month.
I can't wait.
Next Monday, yeah.
To meet Eleanor. I know that she's a very highly, knowledgeable woman in her field. And I look forward to hearing about her knowledge of Tezcatlipoca and all the other wonderful things that she does.
Yeah. Yes. Hopefully, yeah. So we will have a very nice program next Monday. So we wait that you be with us. And thank you for my part and your attention. And we see you when we see you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us this evening. You are loved at universal levels, and we share that with you, every single one of you. Every single one. And it's a big old space to fill. So the more we create, the stronger consciousness is, and the purer everybody can feel, because love cleans too. Sweeps away all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Right, to you, blessed, lovely people. We shall see you again next week here on Expanded Understanding YouTube channel. And we look forward to having a good old talk then.
Oh, yes.
Blessings, goodbye. And if you want any more information, Women's Work on Facebook. Thank you.
Write us. Bye-bye.
Bye.